welcome to Lost and Profound Musings on the Power of Connection Through Discovery. This is a podcast for leaders and learners, performers, and all people seeking a deeper sense of connection and discovery in your life. I'm your host, Doug Chancel Harry, owner of DCH Coaching. Please visit me at dchcoaching.com. If you're searching to find your purpose, or maybe you're just looking for that trailhead to your next great adventure in life, please reach out. I can absolutely help. So today we are talking about how imposter syndrome can actually make you a stronger leader, something we've all dealt with. I can remember sitting in a high-stakes meeting surrounded by executives who had been in the industry far longer than I had. My heart was pounding, my hands felt clammy. I nodded along, hoping that no one would see through me, that I wasn't as confident as I appeared. But that little voice in my head whispered, "You don't belong here. Any moment now, they're going to figure you out." Look, imposter syndrome had been my unwelcome companion for much of my career. No matter how much experience I gained or how many successes I achieved, there was always this nagging doubt that maybe, just maybe, I wasn't truly qualified. But over time, I realized something really powerful. Imposter syndrome wasn't my enemy. It was my secret weapon. So most people see imposter syndrome as a weakness, a barrier to success. But what if I told you that the very doubts that make you question yourself could actually make you a stronger leader? Look, when harnessed correctly, imposter syndrome cultivates humility, self-awareness, and an insatiable drive to improve, qualities that define truly great leaders. Imposter syndrome keeps you humble. Arrogance is the downfall of many leaders. Those who assume they know it all, they stop listening, stop learning, and ultimately stop leading effectively. Imposter syndrome, on the other hand, reminds you that there's always more to learn. It forces you to listen to others, to seek diverse perspectives, and to constantly strive to be better. That humility builds trust and credibility with your team. It can also push you to prepare and perform. Because imposter syndrome makes you doubt your abilities, it often leads to over-preparation. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Leaders who feel like they have something to prove tend to put in extra effort, do more research, and anticipate challenges before they even arise. And that level of diligence can make you a more effective decision maker and problem solver. It also fosters empathy and connection. One of the greatest gifts of imposter syndrome is that it makes you more empathetic. Because you've wrestled with feelings of inadequacy, you recognize that others can feel the same way. That sensitivity allows you to support your team members, uplift emerging leaders, and create a culture where people feel safe admitting what they don't know. Imposter syndrome also fuels growth and resilience. Look, the fear of not being good enough can paralyze some, but for others, it fuels a relentless pursuit of growth. Instead of avoiding challenges, leaders with imposter syndrome often take them head on, determined to prove, even if just to themselves, that they belong. That resilience makes them adaptable, open to feedback, and unafraid to evolve. So, how do you use imposter syndrome to your advantage? If you, like me, have battled imposter syndrome, here's the good news. You don't have to let it control you. Instead, turn it into an asset. Reframe your thoughts. Instead of thinking, "I don't belong here," shift to, "I have an opportunity to learn and grow." And acknowledge your wins. Keep a record of your achievements, big and small, to remind yourself of how far you've come. Seek mentorship, right? Surround yourself with people who believe in you and can offer perspective when self-doubt creeps in. And recognize the strengths in your struggle. Your doubts make you thoughtful, prepared, and empathetic. Use those traits to lead more effectively. So here's what I've learned. True confidence isn't the absence of self-doubt. It's moving forward despite it. Some of the strongest leaders I've met have admitted to feeling like imposters at times. What's the difference? They didn't let it stop them. Instead, they used it as a tool to sharpen their skills, deepen their empathy, and fuel their ambition. So, next time you hear that voice telling you that you're not enough, don't fight it. Listen to it, learn from it, and then prove it wrong. One courageous step at a time. And if you need some help, I'm here for you. You can always reach out to me at doug@dchcoaching.com or simply visit my website at www.dchcoaching.com. Happy leading.